Hello, everyone, and welcome back to New Zealand Sportcasting Couch, number one sports podcast in New Zealand. Back today with a weekend preview. You know the drill. I'll just cross over to you, Willie, in London, who you wanted to start with a fan piece, yes?
Yeah, got a fan piece here. It's a little interesting one. So it's from Hermione G from Hogwarts. She said, "Hey guys, did you see the absolute magic from Ben Donaldson and a guy that gets me going, Harry Potter against the Chiefs? Have you ever seen anything like that? It was like he used Expelliarmus on my pants. How excited I ended up getting for it."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
thanks.
So
Yeah.
what are
Where
your
was,
thoughts
sorry,
on
where
something?
was, do you say she was, oh, so she's London based?
Yeah, but I just says Hogwarts, so maybe she's from Scotland or something like that. Who knows?
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
from the
yeah,
Highlands. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, what an incredible try that was. What were your thoughts on that?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Chiefs managers falling asleep while
Yeah, that was actually crazy. First of all, I just want to say how impressed I am that the Super Rugby is being watched religiously over at Hogwarts. Probably, I guess most games kick off about 4 a.m. over there, so they're getting up, for a pretty tough time during the night to watch Force Chiefs derbies, and obviously Hermione G, they're a big fan of the Force. So
yeah, probably some spells you can use to just change
yeah,
the time zones,
yeah,
but that's all right.
yeah, watching your mate Harry play.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, so Harry Potter, what an actually incredible season he's had. So, um, I don't know if you realise, but he's on the Super Rugby Fantasy. I think he might be like the top point scorer for the whole season. Not that that counts for much, but and even like in games where you kind of expect that he's not going to perform so well, like against that sort of game, like playing a New Zealand team in New Zealand, he's still popping off. So as someone that was a
Yeah.
bit of a battler, and I guess his first couple of years, he's genuinely one of the best wingers in the comp now, and just a gun. So, good that it's being noticed from people like your Hermione's.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, she'll always
Um,
notice it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, she does, eh? So thanks for that, Hermione. All right, so we'll get back into the weekend preview.
Are we
We'll
doing
start with the
what do we do? Do we
what's
do
that? Sorry.
are
Oh,
we
of
doing we'll
course.
take
I
physio
forget.
segment? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll take physio segment. Yes, I keep forgetting. So yeah, do you want to just give a shout out to the sponsor?
Yeah, as we all know, the Will Take Physio Clinic, special guest from a couple of episodes ago, and his input really, like we said, spiked the analytics into the female. A lot of females watching the last episode, so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we better give him his segment here, otherwise he might complain and sue us or something like that. So keep him happy.
Yeah. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll start off.
Right.
And this one here probably a bit biased, but I reckon this guy was pretty incredible this week for the Canes. Kenny Mabolos,
Mm,
he
yeah.
was just an absolute wrecking ball against the Brumbies, and anytime he touched the ball, looked like he was going to score.
Mm,
Just absolutely flogged their halfback about like three or four
yeah.
times, set him completely on his ass. But yeah, no, he was incredible. A good bounce back after being excluded the week before.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. He was going to be one of mine as well, but I've got a few Canes that obviously going to mention. Because yeah, that was one of the better performances for the whole season from any team. I reckon going over to Canberra and winning's always obviously a pretty difficult thing to do, and not many teams do it. There's probably one or two teams max every year that manage it. So yeah, huge
Yeah,
performance from him. I'll go I'll go Billy Proctor then. I think I think Billy Proctor's getting quite a bit of like quite a lot of reps since he's come back because obviously he's been massive. But I think Riley Higgins has probably been just as much of a he's been just as important. So I think those two coming back, but I will go with Billy just because I think he's kind of just come back on another level. It's crazy how he just looks like he's 10 rounds into a season and in the form of his
yeah,
life. He's just come back from like not playing rugby in like 4 months, and it's just made such a difference. Like those two coming back, they've taken the
yeah,
Canes from looking like a pretty dog shit team that will probably miss the top six to a team that could actually win it.
yeah,
Just with the inclusion of those two. So, Shows the importance of a good midfield. And yeah, he's been huge, and was another reason why the Canes managed to win on Saturday.
Yeah, no, completely agree with you there. Um, my next one, I've gone for one of my probably favourite players in the NRL at the moment, for a couple of years at least, and that's big Hamole Olakau'atu. Uh,
Mm.
he was absolutely massive in that game on the
Yeah,
weekend. Got a lovely try from just out jumping Dylan Edwards, was it? It was,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
so
and
yeah.
was just a beast all round. So yeah,
Mm.
just an absolute unit. So he's hasn't been as flash this year, but hopefully
Mm.
that will kick him into gear because he's bloody good to watch.
Yeah, he was due a performance like that, because he'd had a pretty
Yeah,
quiet season. Fuck, it was you just knew it
yeah.
was around the corner.
He had
Yeah,
a
he was
couple of
massive.
stinkers in a row as well, where he was like forcing
Yeah,
passes and knock on. So it was
mm.
probably expected that maybe against a good team like Penrith, and then with Turbo back as well.
Yeah. That was Penrith were at home, for that game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, incredible result. I mean, I didn't see that coming. Obviously, Penrith have been poor this year, but I thought with that last one they had over the Roosters, they'd kind of probably turned a corner.
yeah.
And I did not think Manly were going to get up there, but yeah, huge from
No,
Homo. And Manly in
yeah.
general, just a big performance.
Schmolle, yeah, Schmolle was
Um,
pretty beast.
yeah, massive. You're quite right with your Leka Halasima comparison too. Like I think Leka Halasima does have a lot of similarities to Home Ole Olakwatu, so
Yeah, yeah.
could be even better potentially. He's not as big, but he's probably a little bit more
More
agile.
explosive. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but even if he becomes Home then you take that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
oh, definitely for
good enough.
sure.
Yeah. I'll stick with Super Rugby for my next one. I've gone Tommy Liner. Got a double
Mm,
against the
yeah,
Blues. At first five was outstanding. The first two tries of
yeah,
the match, and then got them onto the just guided them around the park real well. I think a lot of people were picking the Blues to win this because obviously they've had a poor year and they need to start winning these games. And I think people do underestimate the Aussie teams outside of the Brumbies particularly,
mm,
and like the Reds were at home and everyone was still giving the Blues the upper hand here, and thought it would be the start of their kind of turnaround. But the Reds came out and blitzed them in that first 20, and I reckon it was
yeah,
all that like the Tate McDermott, Tommy Liner halves pairing, and then yeah, he was just unreal. I reckon he could almost be their starting first five, the
mm,
Wallabies.
yeah,
I'm massive on him. He's obviously quite small, but I don't know. He offers something a little bit different to their other tens. Takes the line on heaps, and
yeah.
yeah, I
It
quite
is
like
tough
him. So,
though. Like they do
mm,
actually have a proper selection headache. Like now,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Donaldson,
Shane
Lola set, like
Donaldson.
they're
Yeah,
all ripping up this year. So
yeah, they are.
um,
Yeah,
so it's a good
yeah,
spot for them to be in.
yeah,
All right, should I go to my next? I've actually got two from the same game. Should I rattle them off at the same time?
yeah, man. That sounds good to me.
Um, I've got Tommy Dearden. Thought he was pretty incredible, although it was against the Titans. That's just a
Mm,
classic Cowboys home track bully. But Tommy Dearden, five try assists,
yeah,
pretty insane, and 200 meters running as well. So
yeah,
yeah, can't argue with that. And then in a losing team on the other side, yeah, it kind of hurts to say for my NRL fantasy, but both for more.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, 50-ish tackles and 120 meters in a losing team with try
mm,
assist and
yeah,
tackle breaks and offloads is pretty fucking impressive. No matter how
yeah.
you look at it, even though you're on the fucking end of a
Crazy,
50
eh?
to 18 hiding.
Yeah, no, 100%. I
Yeah,
well, on that game, you'll remember I actually picked the Titans upset,
yeah,
and I was
yeah.
thinking I'm a real smart fucking. I was being a smug prick when they were up like
At the
16
start.
by
Yeah,
the first 15, whatever. I was like, and
yeah,
then yeah, the turnaround like almost 50 unanswered points, fucking
yeah,
crazy. So many yellows though. Like the Cowboys had one too, but
yeah.
Titans had a few yellows, which made it pretty bloody hard. But
Is that twice in 2 weeks that the Titans have been up like 16-6 and they've just
yeah,
against
yeah,
the Raiders the week before, they just conceded
yeah,
30, didn't they?
yeah, 100%.
30
But
unanswered and then fucking like
yeah.
44 unanswered.
Yeah, they're a weird team, eh? I
Yeah,
mean,
fucked.
but
Yeah.
they've got such good players. But I mean, then Dave Fafita not even playing this week, like just got
Mm.
fully dropped. I can't see him staying there for long. It can't
No,
happen.
no.
But yeah, anyway, I'll go my next one then. And I'll go. I'll actually do yeah. So Payne Haas. That Thursday game, obviously, we both picked Broncos.
Yeah.
I actually I put again, we're not kind of wanting to encourage gambling and things like that,
No, we
but
are.
you know, oh, okay, yeah. An hour before kickoff, I actually went, yeah, Broncos 100% going to get this, and I chucked 50
Yeah.
bucks. I went to put 50 bucks on them, and then I went, oh no, it'll be 1 to 12 though, because Bulldogs will keep it close. So I put 50 bucks on Broncos 1 to 12. And I was like so confident they're going to win, and then they've just
Yeah.
absolutely blitzed them. And how often that
Yeah.
happens, like when a team hasn't lost, and then when they do lose, it's actually a bit of a pumping. So
Yeah.
stupid for me. But yeah, Payne Haas just was an absolute bully through the middle, like he has been most games this year.
Yeah.
And like that start was crazy, like
Mm.
point a minute almost in the first half, and then
Yeah.
yeah, so he was huge. So I'll go him. We got one more.
Yeah, I got one more. Have you got two more?
Yeah, I can do another one then. This
Yeah.
actually is another one that's a little bit ridiculous, but you got to go Sandown Smith
Mm.
for the Roosters getting a Hattie.
Yeah.
I think this guy's a shit player. I've never
Mm.
rated him. He just to me, I just yeah just don't rate him at all. But got a hat trick and he was pretty bloody busy in that game, so I've got
Mm.
to give him his credit.
The amount
And I
of
mean, the
line
other half,
breaks he made, eh?
yeah, he was just like, it was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
But then even the other half, Savala was class too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Um,
I'll go
what
Sandown.
makes Sandown Smith even more impressive is he spent 10 in the bin as well, didn't he?
Mm.
So he
Yeah,
fucking did all that in 70 minutes.
yeah,
Also,
I know.
shout out to Gutho for fucking every single time trying to go for the pass and just
Yeah,
getting when they get one on one with the fullback, just
yeah,
fucking
I
he
know.
just did the same thing every time, and it's just like a
Yeah,
walk in try every time. That was hilarious.
yeah,
Um, for my last one, I've actually gone a bit rogue here, and they're
yeah,
actually not a Kiwi,
yeah,
but it's just topical in World Sports today, so I hope the sponsor doesn't come and hunt me
yeah.
down and try to finger me or something. But Vibev Suryavanshi,
Mm,
aka the 14-year-old in the IPL who just scored a fucking 100 off 34 balls, which is an
yeah,
absolute disgrace because I remember what
mm.
I was doing as a 14-year-old, and it certainly wasn't. Fucking slog sweeping Rashid Khan for six. So I
Yeah,
think that's pretty fucking incredible feat
yeah.
on his part. Although it
Yeah.
might be the whole, he might say he's 14, but he's actually 20. But who knows?
No, I think India's typically pretty good for the telling you the right age. It's more kind of like the Nigeria and things like that that kind of tend to lie in that department. You were at
Okay.
14. I think you were getting Ratchet Ravinder out, so put some respect on, But he was probably 12, so I guess it is a little bit different. Um,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. Oh, still take it, man. Take it. All right, my last one. I'll go A League. And then just I think I've spoken about him already, but Nicholas Milanovic from Western Sydney, just an absolute machine. This guy's best player in the league by far, I reckon. And he's I think they're like 13 games unbeaten now, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go in the playoffs. I think they're kind of peaking at the right time. And there's rumours that he's going to a few different European teams, so it'll be interesting to see where he lands. Um, so yeah, all good
Well,
with that.
yeah, all good with that. Hopefully, we'll take Physio's happy with that as well.
Yes, right. He could share this episode too on his
Mm.
personal account. That'd be good. Getting us all the views. He's a famous guy. All right,
Yeah.
weekend preview. We'll start with A League. So it's the last round of the A League before the playoffs, which is good news for us Phoenix fans. Get it fucking done. Start again in a few months.
Yeah.
First game of the round is Phoenix at home, so last game of the season. Phoenix at home to Perth, so a pretty bloody winnable
Yeah.
game to finish the season. So
Surely
if that can,
next. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Surely the next year.
Yeah, I think unless he just goes completely rogue and just plays all the young academy guys, I think if he but I don't think he'd do that. Like I feel like he'll want to win the
Yeah.
last game of the season, end on a positive, and we have a pretty good record against Perth. So yeah, we should be getting up in that one.
Yeah.
And then another shitter after that, Mariners at home to Brisbane.
Even though Brisbane got us last week, I'm going to back the sauce bottles here. Central
Mm,
Coast. Central Coast in this
yeah.
one. At home.
I'll go draw because Brisbane have been better the last couple of months. So yeah, I'll go draw there. Melbourne City at home to Sydney on Saturday night.
I'll go for City in this one. Yeah, City
Mm,
at home. They're probably a bit more difficult for Sydney to pick up points. So I'll go for City in that.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go draw there, just because. Well, actually, yeah, I'll go draw because I think both have got a wee bit to play for. Melbourne City want to hold on to second. Sydney want to just make it. So, yeah, I think draw. Western United at home to Auckland.
Western.
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
so because Auckland don't have anything to play for there, so I imagine they'll probably rest a lot of their
Mm,
better players. And
yeah.
Western have a lot to play for. Try and make top. I think they can still make top two hypothetically, um, mathematically. Sorry. And then Macarthur at home to Western Sydney after that.
Yeah, go for the SJs here, just loyalty.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
loyalty
No,
based one.
Esho's. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Esho's there for sure. They're just in such form. And
Yeah.
then last one, Melbourne victory at home to the Jets.
Yeah, I'll go for the Greeks there in that one.
Yeah. No, I'll go for the Greeks too. Yeah. Slash
Yeah.
Italians.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, and then we'll just get to the New Zealand NBL. And for all the Indian Panthers fans out there, just obviously a real shame last night that the game got cancelled, their home game, because they didn't have enough players.
Mm,
So talk about an expansion franchise.
yeah.
That's really good stuff. Um, so we'll go from tonight's game. So Hawke's Bay at home to Tauranga.
What was the Tauranga team called again?
The Tauranga Y.
Yeah, I'll go for the fucking Hawke's Bay Hawks in that one.
Yeah, I'll take Hawke's Bay as well. Franklin Bulls at home to the Otago Nuggets.
I'll go for the Nuggets. Yeah.
I'll take the Bulls in that one. Um, Saturday, Taranaki at home to Wellington.
I'll go Saints loyalty.
Yeah, I'll go Wellington there too. Southland at home to Canterbury after that.
Southland loyalty. Drink
I'll go
drive up a
Canterbury.
result. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, yeah. I think I'll go Canterbury for the
Yeah.
same reason you've gone Southland. I think the drink might actually slow them down there. And then Sunday, Manawatu at home to Nelson.
Uh, we'll go Manawatu.
Yeah, I think Corey Webster there too. Manawatu. Sweet. Not much too much more to say on that one. To
No more Panthers this round.
I don't know. I don't know if they've got enough players.
Yeah. Maybe they get Will
Um,
Tokodor at
yeah,
point
they
guard.
should actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
thinking that. Yeah, yeah. Will
yeah,
Dodo in the post.
yeah. Good ball
Um,
handler.
yeah. No, you cheeky prick. All right. So try scorer and prediction for all our NRL and Super Rugby as per usual. So start with
Yep.
Super Rugby. Blues at home to the Force.
I'm gonna go for the Force in that one. Um,
Mm,
I just like the Force. So,
yeah.
and because Tazano's been quiet for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
he's
Right.
gonna get one.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? Yeah, Force at 5.25 are a good price there. Like, I
Yeah.
think the people like that Chiefs Force game absolutely blew out crazy last week.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
was close. That was like pretty much even with like 25 to go,
Mm,
and the
yeah.
Force were up for most of the first half. Like they actually did really well, I thought, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It's definitely
Um,
copying the line anyway.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Um,
your kind, but yeah,
no, no, not your kind. Thank you very much. But the line here would be probably if it's going to be that close to 20, and they'll cover that.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
good. They're actually good. They are a good side. You look at them and like even last week how it blew out. I mean, they don't usually
mm,
look like they're going to get blown out. They're there till
no,
the end. So
yeah,
um,
yeah,
I will go Blues in a very close one though. Like I think the Blues will win, but I don't think it will be much.
yeah,
Um, and I'll take teams aren't out yet at the time of recording, so I'll take whoever's the hooker, whether it's Riccatelli or Eklund on the back of a maul,
hmm
or even Nick Dolly on the back of a Force driving maul. I don't mind.
yeah.
Um, Saturday, Fiji and Drew at home to the Reds, which will be a good game.
I'll go for the Reds in that one. Um,
Mm.
it will be a tough game though. It depends what kind of
Yeah.
side they're going to take over there. That's the tough thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd still probably back the Reds. But try score, I'll go for my Logana Masu.
Yeah.
He's just the scorer, so
He
cheers.
is, yeah. I'm gonna go Fiji and Drua because they're just so weird at home. Like they're hard to beat there. So yeah, I'll take them. And anytime, I'll go Yosef or Marcy if he's starting. I always take him, so go him. Saturday after that, the Canes at home to the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a big one. Fuck. Canes off a big win last week. Fuck, let's hope they can build on it. So I
Yeah,
will back them in. And
yeah,
try scorer. Um, I reckon actually both nines will go in. I reckon Roygaard and if Rushman is starting
yeah,
just for a sneaky multi.
yeah. That's a good punt actually. Yeah, it's a hard one because when I don't pick the Canes, they win. But yeah,
Yeah,
I do actually think they will win this because they've been so close in all their derbies this year, and they've been on the wrong side of them, so they're due a win here. And the Chiefs are probably due a loss in one of these close derbies too. So I actually don't think the Chiefs are that clear of everyone else. Like they kind of were being talked up. Like I don't think there's actually much in it. Um, and the Canes have had the better of them in the regular season games the last couple of years. So yeah, I can see us winning that at home. And I'll go with Safra Muller if he's back to cross. Um, yeah, and then Brumbies at home to Tars after that.
I think Brumbies big bounce back after last week.
Yeah,
Um, at home as well. Think probably just whoever's their starting hooker, or actually probably I might go for their reserve hooker just to be edgy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, whoever's whoever's coming off the pine, there's as our hooker's
yeah.
gonna bag themselves a try.
Mm. Yeah, Brumby like put the mortgage on that. The Brumbies will not lose two at home in a row. There's just no chance. So $1.30 you can do some things there. That's a good price. They'll definitely win, and I'll take Len Flickatow, one of your favourites, for an any time because fuck, he's scoring a lot of tries at the moment. He's actually
Yeah,
very well. Good player.
yeah,
And then Sunday, the Highlanders Moana Bar Pacifica Derby down at Forsyth Bar.
yeah. I really don't know what to do here.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, I might have to go for mine on Basi Vika, and go for an Artie Surveyor try scorer
Yeah.
in that one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, had a pretty crazy solid effort ruled out last week, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he
With
was
the
big
jib and
last week.
chases. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll go Landers, but fuck, that's a flip of a coin, that one. I think Landers just because they're at home. Um, and I'll take Thomas Umaga Jensen to crash over if he's starting.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then to the NRL, some great games this week, as there always is.
Yeah. Magic round.
Magic
Magic
round,
round.
obviously. Yeah, so neutral venues for the most part, which as well makes it really interesting. So Fridays, two games Friday, no Thursday game. First one, Sharks at home to the Eels.
Yeah, that will be interesting now that Moses is back.
Yeah.
I I'm not going to get sucked in just yet though. I'm going to go Sharks in that one, and I'm going to go Kale Ero back this
Yeah.
week. Go for him to score.
Is that KL Aero? I think he might have changed his name.
Yeah, like KL
Did
Rahul
you see that?
Ero. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Sharks. I think for this game, I mean, it's the most probably disappointing team of the season in the Sharks
yeah,
in terms of underperforming. A team that lost a lot of people had top four, including both of us, I think.
yeah,
And then the Eels have obviously been the worst team up
yeah.
until both.
I
Yeah,
just think the pack should absolutely maul them. Like
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
this Eels pack that has been spat out this week is pretty
oh,
fucking average.
yeah, all year really. Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
fucking poor middles. But
yeah,
so I'll take Sharks as well, and I'll take Britain Nakora to score.
yeah.
They've been a weird team this year. Like they're not going to Hines as much, and then I think
No,
Nakora hasn't been as involved, which has actually
yeah.
been a bad thing. I think he's been one of their best like the last 3 4
No, the
years.
last three, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, even like attacking options, and they're just not
Yeah.
using him that well. So hopefully they can find him, and he crosses. The other game is like, TAB's got it $1.90 each way, so they can't split them, and that's probably fair. Roosters at home
Mm.
to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Finns there. Finns at Suncorp as well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for Herbie Farm, Herbie Farmworth, and that just
yeah,
he's not gonna fucking pass Magic Round. He's gonna try get a try and look all hot for all
yeah,
the chicks flicking their bean in the stand. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah, Herbie there.
Oh, magic round, it happens, eh? Yeah, I'll go Dolphins as well for the. Well, I mean, their form turnaround's been pretty incredible. They obviously lost last week, but shit, they were
Mm,
in that first half.
yeah.
Yeah, so and then they beat the Storm week before. So yeah, I'll go Dolphins, and I'll go either a Hamatabio Sofito double or Jermaine Isako hat trick because those two just love
Oh,
tries. And
Issaako, you mean?
yeah, um, so yeah, and then this is a shitter, but it'll be a close shitter uh,
Mm.
because of injury. So Bunnies versus the Knights.
Go Bunnies there. I'm gonna go for former Warrior Ewan Aitken in that one at left
Mm,
centre.
yeah,
And Jackie Wyden's spot. So yeah, but like you say, that's a bit of a poo slinger, isn't it?
yeah, there's a post slinger here. I'm gonna go Knights because of Latrell being out. I don't know if the Bunnies have enough star power in this one. Whitehead's
Mm.
obviously been moved to six, but yeah, I'll go Knights here, and I'll take Kalen Ponga to cross for the first time in a few weeks.
Yeah, fuck, he's due for a good game. Fuck, he's had like five absolute stinkers in a row.
Yeah, do you see he was singing the New Zealand national
Yeah,
anthem, but not the Aussie one? Yeah, how good. He wants to play for the Kiwis. Fucking
yeah, I
hell, he
know.
should.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Warriors at home to the Cowboys. Sorry, not
yeah.
at home. It's fucking
Not
Magic
at
Round, but
home.
they will
Yeah,
almost be at home. It'll be
yeah.
that
Well,
many.
must be at home. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I'm going to continue my anti-jinx here, and I'm going to go for the
yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah.
I
Nice.
think pretty much every single time I've gone for the other team, and we're doing good,
Yeah,
so I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Um,
yeah,
and I'm going to go for Ali Leotao to score this week.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, Well, I've been picking the Warriors, and for the
Yeah,
first time ever, they've actually been winning when I picked them, so I'll stick with
yeah.
it too. They're underdogs to this game, which I find interesting. Cowboys obviously had a good win last week, but
Mm,
fuck it, over
pretty
2 bucks
shit
for the
fucking Titans
Warriors.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Warriors have been fucking incredible this year. So I'll go Warriors, and I'll go my man Leka. Didn't score
Mm,
last week, did he? So he scored this week.
no. Yeah, he
I think
didn't
he
score
scored last
last
week.
week.
Yeah. Then Tigers Dragons, which will be a good game.
I'm actually going to go for the Dragons in that one. They're
Mm,
disappointing last week. Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll have a bit more fucking fire in the belly this week, and I'm gonna go for Valentini Holmes
yeah,
to
nice.
to
Yeah,
cross. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Shit, I can't pick this one. This is a real tough one. Yeah, I can't pick this at all. I'll go Tigers. Because I'm a Benji man, but I love these are probably the two teams I like the most this year outside the Warriors.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll go Stafford Toa anytime try scorer. I've taken him a few times as well this year, but I
Yeah.
like what he does.
Yeah.
Um,
He's in pretty fucking good form at the moment.
yeah, and then so the triple header Sunday. First one is the Titans Bulldogs.
Uh Bulldogs bounce back. Titans just not enough in the halves to break down the Bulldogs defense, which is pretty good
Yeah,
against the lower teams that can't
yeah,
attack as well. And gonna go for Jacob Preston
yeah,
to cross. He's just a bit of a beast, quiet beast, unassuming. Yeah, backing him to cross.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'll go Bulldogs too. I think the Titans will keep it close-ish though, effectively being the home team and things like that. Although the Bulldogs have fans everywhere, so they'll have a lot of fans there. Um, but yeah, Bulldogs, and I'll go Bronson Jerry anytime. Sweet. Panthers Broncos after that, which will be a good game despite how poor the Panthers
Mm.
have been this year.
Yeah, Broncos at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I kind of expect the blowout again. To be fair, um,
Mm,
and I'm gonna go for the toes. Gonna dip the toes in again. Good Tony
yeah.
Staggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon he's the
Yeah.
Panthers' edges have been very dicey, so
Yeah.
could see the
Yeah.
toes going through.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't think it will be a blowout. I think it'll be close, but I will go Broncos, and I'll take Shibasaki, the other center.
Mm,
Shibasaki. He's been
yeah,
unreal. Eh?
yeah, you like the
Like,
Japanese flair.
he runs a great. Runs a good straight line.
Yeah, and a
Um,
good goatee as well.
yeah, great goatee. Yeah. Yeah, he's still there. And then the last one is the Storm Raiders, which will be a good game.
Yeah,
It was
this
a
will
good
be a
game this time, eh?
fucking ripper of a game. Yeah, when this
Yeah,
game's in Melbourne, it's always a belter as well.
yeah,
The Raiders
yeah,
fucking get up more than anyone else in Melbourne.
100%.
Although,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to go Storm here only because their record in Brisbane is fucking incredible.
yeah,
So I'm gonna back the Storm there and go for Granty Anderson.
mm,
Would have gone Hudson Young, but he didn't score last week, so
yeah,
off the Hudson Young train now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I'll go Storm too. But yeah, it'll be close, and I'll take. I took Hughes last week and he didn't score, so I'll stick with the Hughes. Yeah, his
Yeah,
form's been a bit. He's still been alright, but he's not what he was last
he's
year,
still a
obviously.
bit
So
injured, isn't he?
yeah, definitely. But he'll get back into it, so I'll go him.
Yeah,
Sweet.
nice.
All right. We'll choose New Zealand. That's another weekend preview. So enjoy the live sport. There's obviously a lot on, um, and a few derbies and things like that to look forward to. So yeah. Anything from you, Willie, or call it a day?
No, that's all.
Sounds good. Sweet. All right.